Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm your host Jamie and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please press the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. The theme of this episode is worst boyfriends ever, worst boyfriends on earth, whatever you want to call it. Bad boyfriends. Screw you, boyfriends. Okay, we're gonna get into this episode. The title of the first story actually also, let me just warn you that this has about 5 updates. Like, there is a lot to this story. A lot, okay? So, we have a long one ahead of us, and the trigger warnings are obsessive behavior, harassment, and stalking. The title of this story is Me, 22 female, with my boyfriend, 24 male, of 3 years. He found out that his ex is engaged and literally won't stop crying. I, 22 female, met my boyfriend, 24 male, 3 years ago through some mutual friends. He was pretty guarded and I was the one that pursued him. We were long distance. I was living in Oregon, he was living in Washington, until I moved in with him last year. My boyfriend has only had one other relationship and a hookup before me. He stopped talking to the hookup a long time ago because she was crazy, but he kept in touch with his ex until she cut contact with him around 2 years ago. They dated when he was 15 and it lasted for around 2 years, and then she dumped him because he had no self-respect. Apparently, she's the reason why my boyfriend is so guarded now. I'll admit that I was really jealous of her and was glad when she cut contact with him, because she's beautiful and my boyfriend talked about her as if she had all of life's answers. This past January, I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard my boyfriend crying quietly. I could tell that he was looking at his phone, and I wasn't sure whether or not to say anything since I wasn't sure if he wanted a private moment or not. After a while, he got up to go to the bathroom, so I took a peek at his phone. He was on Facebook, looking at his ex's profile. She had gotten engaged, and there were pictures of the ring and everything. It's been 2 months now, and my boyfriend has been breaking down out of nowhere. I keep asking him to talk to me about it, but he won't. I told him to talk to a therapist, and he got really insulted and said that he doesn't believe in therapy. I'm unsure of what to do, since this happens at least twice a week. I love him, but he's always seemed a bit distant to me, and obviously this woman is the reason why. Should I contact her and ask her if she has any insight? I'm starting to think that she must have said something to upset him like this, because he didn't seem that bothered when his ex was dating other people. Honestly, ooh, yikes. This man is not over his ex, and like, I hate to say the easy way out like I always do, but you guys should probably break up. You do not want to be with a man that is not over his ex and is crying over his ex being engaged. Huh? So, like, I get creeping on people 100%. Because sometimes I randomly creep on, like, literally people from so long ago. And I'll be like, what are they up to? It's just fun sometimes. But, like, to be truly so sad and upset and be, like, crying over your ex being engaged, like, you shouldn't be in a relationship if that's the case. So sorry. Update 1. This was 2 days after the original post. My boyfriend of 3 years found out that his ex is engaged and literally won't stop crying. Update 1. It's over, I think. I called my dad and asked him to help me move back home. These last 2 days have been really emotional. My boyfriend was gone all day yesterday. He was gone when I woke up. That's fine. I assumed he went to work early. But he still wasn't home when I went to bed. I texted him once when I woke up to say good morning and twice at night, one asking if he was coming home for dinner and another asking if he was all right. I also tried calling his cell, but he didn't pick up. I thought that I deserved some answers, so I decided to snoop, something that I've done once before, when I was feeling insecure about his relationship with his ex. Well, on his laptop, hidden in a bunch of subfolders, was an MS document with his ex's name. I read it, and I'm assuming that he just saved the last conversation that he had with her right before she cut contact with him. It started out normally, but then he asked how her relationship with her now fiancé was going. She said that it was good and that she was happy, and then it got weird because he said something like, "Really? Are you sure?" She said yes and said that was a weird question, and he said, "I don't know. I don't believe that you're happy." I don't remember everything exactly because my head was spinning, but he basically told her that her fiancé, then boyfriend, will never treat her as well as he did, and that they've known each other X number of years and managed to stay friends after their breakup, that they've helped each other grow as people, and that they should really give him another chance. He said that he's waited for her all these years and that he loves her and always believed they would wound up together. This was all while he was with me. She called him an asshole and told him that he had a lot of balls to say all that to her when she told him a long time ago that they're only ever going to be friends, and that he's an even bigger asshole for doing this while they were both in relationships. She told him to go to hell and to break up with me for my sake because I deserve better. That's not even the worst part. My boyfriend woke me up this morning by calling my cell and telling me to come to the kitchen. He said that he made breakfast, so I go to the kitchen getting ready for a fight. He and I never fight, but I am so goddamn hurt. And he made what honestly looked like an amazing breakfast with a ring box in the middle of the table. He told me to open it. I did. He said something like, "These last three years with me have been an adventure, and he hopes to keep making new adventures with me." I guess around this time I snap out of whatever haze I've been in and I exploded. I demanded to know where he was all day yesterday, why he wouldn't contact me, why he's been crying over his ex for the past 3 months, everything. He got mad at me for being mad. He told me that I should be happy because he was proposing, and wasn't that what I wanted? I asked him why, when it's so obvious that he'd rather be with his ex. He told me that she obviously moved on, so it's time for him to move on too. I've never been so angry in my life. I've been so incredibly patient with this man and done my best to be understanding of his situation. I've literally given him all that I had, but I'm not going to get married to him just to be his consolation prize. It's so ironic because had he proposed 4+ months earlier, I would have been ecstatic. Now, it just broke our relationship. So yeah, I called my dad crying, and he's on his way to help me move back in with him and my mom. That's it. I'm a wreck, but I think it's just because everything wrong and twisted in this relationship is hitting me, and it took so long for me to understand. And my ex is just sitting on the couch with his laptop. Thank you guys so much for helping me see how unfair this whole relationship was. I read every one of your comments, even if I didn't get the chance to respond to them all. Ew, he's a creep, weirdo, nasty. Are you kidding? My ex moved on, so it's time for me to move on too. It was time for you to move on years ago, and you got in this relationship knowing that you weren't moved on. And why are you going to give her a ring out of nowhere just because what? Now you're trying to compete with your ex and you're like, "Oh, look, you got engaged, I can get engaged too." That's scary. He's really scary. Okay, someone commented and said he made a mistake. People have made bigger mistakes before and overcome it. He was putting you number one by proposing to you. You said you had 3 years of a happy relationship together before this. Although he had a temporary lapse in judgment, he still wants you. You are looking for an incredibly perfect fairy tale where everything plays out exactly like you wanted it. After you break up, you'll start to realize all the things he did to say and show he loved you. Things that should trump his revelation. Sounds like things are your way or the highway. Hopefully, if another man loves you, he'll be willing to put up with that. Ew, boo comment, boo comment. I can't believe I just read that. I can't believe I just read that. Are you kidding me? Never say any of that ever again, please. First of all, I'm going to be the first to say it, and I know a lot of people won't agree, but I don't think relationships are supposed to be hard. I think it's such a common phrase to say, like, relationships are hard, and I can't say that a marriage is or isn't hard because I haven't been married before, but I hear that phrase a lot as well, like, marriage is hard, marriage is hard, relationships are hard, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it should be hard, and I've learned the hard way because I have been in hard relationships where I've had to fight for the relationship and fight so hard, and it's like a battle, and it's like a tug of war back and forth for years, and it's exhausting. And I don't think that's how it should be. And now that I'm in my current relationship and we've been together for like, I was going to say so long, not even so long. I don't know why I was going to say that, but we've been together for a while now. I truly think that it's supposed to be easy. I don't know. It's not to say that we don't get in fights, not to say that we don't have disagreements, arguments, but we truly love each other so easily and we get along so easily, and everything comes very easily to us, more so than not. Like, things should come a lot easier than more oftentimes than things come hard. I don't know what the fuck I just said, but if you know, you know. Like, things should be easy a lot more than things are hard. And I don't think that means that, like, there's never hard times in a relationship, because that's not the case. Obviously, there's hard times in life, there's hard times in relationships, but to say that like relationships are hard and like to have to fight for, no. Sorry. I don't think that just because you've had a happy relationship for 3 years before this, that means that some guy crying over his ex and then her finding messages of him confessing his love, saying that he's been waiting years while they were in a relationship together. No, that completely negates the last 3 years in my opinion. I don't think that's a temporary lapse in judgment. I think that's he was in this relationship for years waiting for his ex to get out of her relationship just to probably dump this girl and get back into a relationship with his ex. Like if his ex would have taken him back, he would have left this girl eons ago. And that's crazy. OP said, I thought that my relationship was a happy one, yes, but I didn't know that my ex was declaring his love for his ex-girlfriend and trying to win her back while he was still with me. Nor did I know that once she blocked him from Facebook, he was logging into my account to keep tabs on her. You're a stalker. Weird behavior. If you honestly believe that someone that's been crying for 3 months over an ex's engagement really wanted to be with me, you're in the minority, and judging by the fact that he had bought the ring the day before he proposed, he really hadn't been planning it at all. I'm astounded by your post, honestly. I'm disgusted by it, to be honest. Let's read the second update. My boyfriend of 3 years found out that his ex is engaged and literally won't stop crying. Update 2. 3 weeks after the last update. Okay. First, I want to thank everyone that commented on my last post. I really took your comments to heart, and all of the support means the world to me. I took a break from Reddit, but logged in today to find a few PMs asking for another update, so here it goes. My ex went more or less crazy after I moved back home. I blocked him from essentially everything, changed all of my passwords, and deactivated my Facebook, so he had no way of reaching me aside from literally driving to my parents' house to see me. Apparently, he started sending messages to my friends. Some of them are mutual friends, asking to use their Skype accounts to talk to me. He told me that I stole some things from him when I moved out, and he wanted them back. He told them that I stole some things from him when I moved out and that he wanted them back. I got a few phone calls from my friends asking me about this. They told me that they knew that I didn't steal anything from him because that's not like me at all, but they wanted to know why he was so desperate to contact me. I wasn't ready to tell the whole story, honestly. I didn't think anyone would believe me, so I told them that I didn't know what was going on, but asked them to not give them their Skype account by any means. A few days after that, the phone calls started, all from a few different numbers that I didn't recognize. I didn't pick any of them up, but one day I'd have about 20 missed calls from one number, then another 20 plus from a different number. I had to set my phone to only allow calls from specific numbers, otherwise it would go straight to my voicemail. Even if he couldn't reach me, he succeeded in making me feel pretty isolated. After the fifth day of phone calls, I broke down and told my mom everything that happened. She didn't say much. She mostly just let me talk. Afterwards, she told me that I made the right decision, but that there's absolutely no reason why I should be going through this alone. She said that she didn't want to push me to tell her what happened until I was ready, but that the best thing I could do right now is spend time with people that love and support me. So after going with me to get my phone number changed, she encouraged me to start calling my friends and telling them what happened, and to just hang out with them more in general. I had it stuck in my head that everyone would side with my ex and tell me that I made a terrible mistake, that his intentions were good, and I blew things out of proportion by insinuating that he only proposed because his ex-girlfriend got engaged. But I was actually overwhelmed by my friends' responses. Apparently, my ex had been telling everyone that we broke up because I had major jealousy issues over his ex. But once they heard my side of the story, I was actually shocked by how many of them said that it made sense. They've all told me that I've done the right thing and that they backed me up no matter what. I just felt this huge sense of relief and have been making an effort to go out more. I will be honest though, there are times where I wonder if I was wrong. Sometimes I think that my ex had been grieving over his old relationship and proposing to me was his way of starting over. Sometimes I think that I turned down the only marriage proposal that I'll ever get. And sometimes I think that maybe I should have accepted because I loved him, and you don't often find people that you truly love. But then, on the days that I'm feeling wiser, I remind myself how bizarre our last few weeks together were, how I always knew deep down that I was second best for him, and how he's always and how he's been behaving since we broke up. I've never seen him so unstable. He was always so calm and logical, so this is completely new to me. I know deep down that I did the right thing, but sometimes what you know in your head and feel in your heart are so completely different. So that's basically it. I'm just going through the motions and I'm going to make an appointment with a therapist. I wish that I had something more profound to update you guys with, some added wisdom, but I don't. My best advice for anyone going through something similar is what my mom told me: surround yourself with people that love and support you. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. That is like so the best advice ever, because hanging out with people and getting out and even making new friends and hanging out with old friends and being social is like such a good way to get over a relationship, truly. But there is a final update, guys, and we are going to read it, of course. Okay? Okay. My boyfriend of 3 years found out that his ex is engaged and literally won't stop crying. Final update. Nearly 2 months after the last update. Hello, Reddit. I just wanted to update you guys on some things that have happened. I also wanted to apologize for not responding to any of the comments in my last post. I wasn't in a great place at the time and wasn't feeling up to it, but I did read each of your responses, and I truly appreciate those who took the time to comment. First, my ex mailed me the engagement ring that he bought shortly after my last update. I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't sure if the ring was what he had been claiming that I stole. I also felt weird about mailing it back because what if he claimed that he never got it? So my dad volunteered to personally deliver the ring back to him. I don't know if anything was said when my dad brought it back, and I never asked. Second, I heard from some friends that 2 weeks ago my ex bought a ticket and flew to NYC to try and talk to his ex. Somehow he found out the name of the company that she worked for, looked up its location, and waited in front of the building all day. I have no idea what happened, but apparently there aren't any signs of her coming back, so I'm assuming that it didn't go very well. I can't believe that he did that, and I can't believe that I dated someone that was that crazy for 3 years. But I suppose it helps every time that I hear about something like this because it reinforces the fact that I did the right thing. I met with two therapists. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. Every time that I said something, he'd ask, "And how do you feel about that?" No feedback or suggestions whatsoever. At the end, he suggested that I was depressed and might want to consider a few different medications. I don't intend on seeing that guy again. I met the second one last week, and I liked her a lot. She told me that she doesn't think that I need to see her regularly, but to feel free to make appointments whenever I'm feeling especially down or stressed. So I think I'll do that. A few people asked why I wanted to see a therapist in my last post because I seemed to be doing the right things. Well, the problem was that even though I knew I was doing the right thing, I didn't necessarily feel that they were right. I still doubted myself, and I felt like a different person than I used to be. Prior to this mess, I was always very optimistic and happy in general. I always tried to make the best of things, but at the time of my last post, I felt down, and even though I was making an effort to see friends, I wasn't really enjoying it. Anyways, this brings me to where I am now. I started a paid internship with the chance of getting hired full time almost a month ago, and I love it. I love the people, the work itself, and the fact that I'm getting back into a routine. And I'm a little embarrassed to say that I'm attracted to the guy that hired me, who's about my age. There's nothing going on, and I'm definitely not ready or willing to be in a relationship. It's simply the fact that he is the nicest, best mannered person that I've ever met. He's always positive, polite, and smiling, so it's impossible not to be in a good mood around him. So it's not that I think my next relationship should be with him or that I have feelings for him. It's just that I've realized that the type of person that I should be looking for is someone that makes me feel good just by being around them. I don't give much thought to my ex anymore. It's amazing how much life changes over the course of a few months, but I think that everything is turning out for the best. Can that woman get a restraining order against him? Because he's wild. He proposed to his girlfriend. He's calling her 20 times a day trying to get in touch with her, going around to all of her friends saying that she stole something. Then to only buying a ticket to NYC to go and try to beg for the fact that you figured out where she works also. Oh my god, I'm scared of you. You are a stalker. You are a stalker. You deserve to be jailed. Actually, like, cruel and unusual punishment. Genuinely, like, I'm so embarrassed for you. He needs help, like severe therapy, because that's just so wild. It's really, I hope that he doesn't start acting like this to this ex, because the fact that he was like calling her so much and blowing up her phone, 20 times plus a day for days on end, and then asking people to let them borrow their Skype so that he could call her. Like, calm down. That's just so wild to me that people act that way. It's insane. Okay, let's read some comments. Wow, what a creep. I don't know who I feel worse for, OP or the ex-girlfriend he was using her to get to. Let's also remember he went that crazy over a high school ex. Yeah, seriously. He was 15 years old when they dated, 17 when they broke up. That makes it even crazier. Not even someone that he built a life with, someone that he'd have to go a while without seeing if he got grounded. No shared bills, nothing. This was his ideal. I've heard of people being stuck in high school and never growing up, but holy shit. To add on, they broke up 7 years ago. He has serious issues if he's still obsessed with her. They were 17 when he broke up. He's 24 in the post. They dated only 2 years. Dude is nutters in a way that I can't comprehend. He's going to end up wearing the ex as a skin suit. This dude is seriously creepy. No, seriously. He needs to be on a watch list. Like, actually, because I'm scared of what he's capable of. Oh, you're absolutely right. But, like, their relationship happened 7 years ago. Any reasonable adult would have gotten past the breakup already. This man. Wait. I'm sorry. They were 17 when he broke up. He's 24 in the post. So, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. They broke up 7 years ago. You were right. Their relationship happened 9 years ago. Like, started 9 years ago, right? I was shocked at the one post who was saying she was wrong to reject the engagement. Like, no, someone who can't get over a high school relationship has no business being married. Grody, grody. Creep alert, creep alert. That's what should happen. Like how they have at Planet Fitness, like the lunk alert or whatever. Like if you slam your weights, that needs to happen. We need to have that like worldwide where a red light flashes go off like creep, 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 creep whenever this guy comes in the room because I'm so scared of him. Okay, we're going to move on to the next story. This is definitely a lot shorter. But the title is, Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Boyfriend's Friend Group Chat After They Kept Joking About Me? So I, 19 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 21 male, for about 6 months now. A few weeks ago, he added me to his group chat with his close friends because we were all going to meet for a trip they were planning. At first, it was chill. They were welcoming and all, but then the jokes started. It started off small, like calling me Miss Influencer when I'd post selfies or saying stuff like, oh, she's high maintenance, when I mentioned I like getting my nails done. I laughed it off even though it made me kind of uncomfortable. But then one of them sent a meme about girls who trap guys and tagged me in it like, yo, this you? And everyone reacted with laughing emojis. I didn't even know what to say. The thing is, I don't even post anything that crazy online. I mean, I try to look cute, sure, but I don't think I give off that vibe. You can probably see what I mean. I asked my boyfriend in private if he could maybe say something because it was getting kind of disrespectful, but he said that they're just joking, don't take it personal. So a few days ago, I just quietly left the group chat, didn't make a scene or anything, and now some of them are calling me too sensitive, and my boyfriend says I made it awkward for him with his friends. But like, if I don't feel comfortable, isn't it okay to just step away? Am I the asshole for leaving the chat? I just think that you've been dating for 6 months and he's already doing this, like already saying, invalidating your feelings. Also, when someone's like ganging up on you with their friends, of course you're going to feel badly about that. If my friends in my, if my boyfriend was in a group chat with my friends and they were just like making fun of him and obviously saying things that like weren't even funny, that's not funny. That's just you're making fun of someone and you're like trying to come at them and gang up on them. I would be like, guys, what the hell? Why are you guys being weird? Stop. Okay, let's read some comments. Oh, also, wait, let me answer her question. She said, if I don't feel comfortable, is it okay to just step away? Yes, 100%. And you did it in the most mature way possible. Like, he's lucky you didn't go off on them and be like, what the hell? You guys are assholes. And then she said, am I the asshole for leaving the chat? No, you're not the asshole for leaving the chat. Okay, some comments. Not the asshole. Life is nicer when you get away from assholes. OP said, agree. That includes your boyfriend, OP. He didn't defend you, and now he's blaming you for making things awkward. Her boyfriend is probably misogynistic trash, too. Yeah, like you were not responsible for making it awkward for your boyfriend. His friends created the awkwardness. Stop victim blaming, lol. Although I'm not a big fan of the I'm not wrong, it's all their fault logic, I think it's perfectly fine when applied to misogynistic trash. Birds of a feather. Plus, he doesn't defend her or question his friend's questionable behavior because they're actually bullying his girlfriend. I think the friends had been primed to treat OP the way they did by what OP's boyfriend had already told them about her, because you wouldn't start in like that on a person you were planning to go on a trip with, who wants to drag a distrusting, resentful acquaintance around on a trip with them. You might not be able to resist some snark if they turned out to be self-obsessed and shallow, and you were forced to live in their pocket 24/7, but you wouldn't start by making yourself someone she had a reason not want to meet. You're too sensitive is an acknowledgement an acknowledgement of assholery. It's what assholes say when they know they were out of order, to let you know they never apologize for running people down. The ones who will call you sensitive for not willingly being a doormat all need to go. Yeah, if your boyfriend isn't standing up for you, like genuinely, let that man go. Let that man go. Let that man go. Because also to be in like a 6 month relationship and that's already like happening, and he's already showing that he's not a great guy by one, letting his friends treat you like that and being okay with it, and two, invalidating your feelings when you're upset and clearly you left the group chat, clearly you're uncomfortable, and he's saying you're being like sensitive and that you shouldn't have done that, and then three, blaming it on you and saying that you're making things awkward. You're annoying. But I mean, he is 21, so it's like that's kind of what you would expect. She's 19, like I don't know, they probably just had their, I mean, I don't know, whatever. I think that you should break up if someone's an asshole, just break up with them, because it's not going to get any better, and the start of your relationship should be like the best. I hate when I say that because I don't mean that. I don't mean like the best part of your relationship. I mean like the start of your relationship should be when you're like head over heels, like so insanely enamored by someone and like lustful, and just everything's going so amazing, and like honeymoon phase. You know what I mean? It's like a dream. It shouldn't be like hard in this first 6 months. No, sorry, but no. Guys, I am actually so proud of myself. I filmed 3 episodes today, and I'm going to get back on regular schedule. I mean, I know it's regular for you guys because you're still getting an episode every day, but I just feel like filming so much. I don't know if I don't know if you can tell that I'm like getting tired by the third episode that I'm filming, which obviously I don't want that. So I try to be as like, you know, upbeat as possible, but filming 3 episodes in one day is not for the weak. I mean, geesh, it takes a lot out of you. I can talk for hours, but like reading kind of hurts my throat. Like it makes this like it like dislodges something in my throat, and it feels so weird, but definitely also makes my throat really dry too, and I like need to take sips of water or sips of Coke. My mom's also not turning the timer off right now. That's going off. She's so confused. She's opening the microwave like, what is that noise? She's so confused. It's so funny. But it's really nice to have her here because obviously like I don't really get to see her much, so it's fun. And then also it's nice because you guys know that I just finished this guest bedroom and I want everyone to come stay. Like come stay in my guest bedroom, guys. It's nice, it's cute, it's cozy. It's like such a cute little vibe in here. I honestly want to have a sleepover in here. Like I want to watch a movie in here and act like I'm having a sleepover or staying at like someone's house. And I cleared some space out in the closet for her so she has like a place to hang all her clothes. She has her own bathroom, own shower, her own toilet, and her own everything. And I've been sleeping with the cats because usually, I don't know, I think you guys know that I usually put the cats in this room. This is like their room at night. Otherwise, they keep me up. But now that she's here, they've been sleeping. I've been like leaving the door because I'm obviously not going to shut them in here with my mom and like have them be crazy. So they've been like free roam at night. And Willa sleeps with me. She's such a cuddler. I love it. She sleeps with me all night in my nook, my little arm nook right here. She's like so precious. I love her. I love them all. And then Poppy is so cute, and she's been such a good girl. And usually she's like the loud one who keeps everyone up because she meows a lot. But that's really only when you shut the door she like meows. But she's been sleeping at the end of the bed like all night long. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, I see her, she's still there. I'll wake up in the morning, she's still there. It's so cute. And then Frankie, I told you guys, like, he doesn't really care about us. All he cares about is food. So he just sleeps on his little like they have little circular like scratching pad, and he just sleeps there. And or he sleeps in the little stroller that I have for them. He likes to sleep in there. He's so cute. I wish he would like come sleep with us because we have a full bed. It's so fun. We have the 2 cats and then me and my boyfriend, and we're just missing one little Franker. But I don't know where he would sleep. He's huge, which he needs to lose weight, but it's really hard. Orange cats just get like, they're just naturally big. Like, it's really hard for him to lose weight. And I've been feeding them less dry food and more wet food to make, because the calories are like way lower. It's like more of like a lean food and way to get food. I don't know. I think I'm delusional. I think I'm losing my mind right now. I'm like starting to fall asleep. Hello? But yeah, I have a little chit chat when I'm eating sushi that I'm going to post on my personal YouTube. My personal YouTube is linked below, by the way. I've only posted on it one time and it was a vlog, so sorry, but I'm going to try to post more. But yeah, I have a little, I'm going to post it soon. It's just me talking about random stuff for like literally 25 minutes straight. Isn't that just my whole entire life? Me talking about random stuff all the time. And yeah, I'm going to post that soon. And then I still need to film the truth or drink, and the link to ask me questions is below. It's completely anonymous, so you can ask me whatever you want. Completely anonymous. It literally doesn't collect any information, not even your email, but it's linked below and in the description. So, yeah, a lot of you have already asked me questions on there, but I haven't filmed it yet, so keep asking questions, and that way I could have as many as possible for the video, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. It's gonna be fun to film because it'll feel like I'm like drinking with you, drinking with my besties. I've been looking through the questions and I'm like thinking of which ones I'm gonna answer and which ones I'm not, because I have an answer for like all of them, but some of them I'm like, should I put this out on the internet or should I keep that to myself? Because some of it is a little bit explicit, and I'm like, don't be too crazy, girl. You got peers around you. You're not the last woman on earth that you can just say whatever you want to say and no one's gonna hear it. Sometimes that's how I feel. I'm like screaming into the abyss and no one's gonna hear it other than you guys. It's like a secret society, but it's not. This is on the internet for the whole world to read it and weep. Anyways, that's the end of the story time, and I hope that you guys have the best day, the best night, the best whatever you're experiencing ever. And please leave a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought about the stories or anything, what you're doing today, an update on your life, anything, because I love to hear it. And I love you guys, and I hope that you guys have the best day. I already said that. I already said that. But anyways, goodbye. Love you. Bye. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.